Okay, the address 7100 West Fuquay in Missouri City. If you go there, this is what you'd see. Big empty space. Once a shopping center of some kind is now deserted, an eyesore for sure. Pass by and to hope that there would be something to take its place. You would be just fine if you believe that. The Edison Lofts, though, the apartment that's nearby, that stands out with their newness. The opposite of what's going on next door. That all's going to be changing because of a vision and tenacity. Meet Charity Carter, who along with her husband Todd are working to make change in that whole area. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Talk about how, first of all, how did Edison Lofts come about?
Edison Lofts is a part of a long-term goal and master plan that started back in 2015. Council member Larry Green was our arts champion. He knew what we were trying to do in Missouri City, and that didn't work out. And so one of our parents, who worked for the city, brought this property to our attention. It was an eyesore, blight, constantly getting fines, and he brought it to our attention, and we've been on the journey of acquiring it with the partnership of the City of Houston to make it a master plan arts complex.
And I went by, I looked at it, and you could see the video, some of it that we saw there. But now, from that, this is the artist rendering here. And I'm going to keep that up, Ray, in the control room. Let's roll through it, because I saw that and I saw Lauren Anderson.
Lauren Anderson.
That's a great little part of this program as well. When you talk about arts, you got a jazz bar there. That's part of it, and a restaurant associated with it. And that looks altogether different than that eyesore shot that we were looking at earlier. Well, you must look at those artist renderings and just jump with joy because of what the potential is.
Wow, yes. Studio Red Architects did a phenomenal job with hearing us, knowing what we were trying to do. They've done phenomenal work around the City of Houston with the Hobby Center, the Alley Theater, and so for them to take this project on, because they had to interview us, for them to take this project on and to listen to our goals, to know that we deserve the best and we wanted the best for our community. So when I do look at those renderings, I'm in awe and I'm inspired, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is going to happen.
So I've heard, because I haven't done it, I don't have the entrepreneurial spirit that you do, that trying to get things done, you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get all kind of support and that sort of thing. What did you have to do that was different than what is a normal course of action?
Wow. So first, it started with my family. The core values of our foundation is family, community, arts. And when we work together collaboratively, we can get things done. So I started with the help of my family. They help with the seed funding. My maiden name is Edison. And so they help with us getting started. Then the community support. We asked the City of Houston to assist us with the acquisition of this space. And then they did, and they gave us the first governmental seed money as well to help acquire this. Other governmental entities like Fort Bend County under the leadership of Grady Prestige gave as well congressional earmark funding. So we hired Harriet Latimer and Associates to help us to champion this through a vigorous fundraising capital campaign, and we've exceeded that. We've got a little bit more left to raise, but she's done a phenomenal job. And so with the City of Houston, with Fort Bend County, with our congressional earmark, the George Foundation, Houston Endowment, collectively we were able to raise funds and continue to raise funds for a project of this magnitude.
And it is a big magnitude, and it should be mentioned again that it's about the arts.
The
Edison Arts Foundation is what this is built upon. Talk about some of what's going on, because you have a groundbreaking coming up in another next week, but and that's going to be like the big kickoff of what's going to be going on. Talk about what kind of arts and why that's so important for you to have that as the center of all that's going to be going on.
So I'm a product of the arts, and I know the power of the arts. The arts change lives. The arts gives students an opportunity to empower themselves and their community. I mean, I know that a child doesn't go to dance by themselves. Someone has to take them. That's a voluminous, that's numbers, the numbers game. And so whenever we have something, we would have a large attendance. And so we just wanted to take that same process into everything. What is going to sustain the arts? What do we need for our artists, our arts organization to thrive? There are lots of arts organizations that don't have a home, especially Black-led organizations. They don't have a home, and so we partnered with those. For example, the Houston Urban Nutcracker. We will be the home of Cultural Arts Initiative and the Houston Urban Nutcracker. We partnered with the Ensemble Theater. We'll be a second location, a satellite for them to have a mini season, and Jazz Houston and Fort Bend Symphony Orchestra and so many others, Faith to Forum, just like our organization. If we work together, we can pay the operational costs, we can live together and cohabitate, and we can do more than we can do more together than we can apart.
It seems to me that this whole thing is all about how the collaborative process is working positively for the community. A lot of people obviously had to feel that this was going to be very successful, or they wouldn't have been buying into it, correct?
Correct.
So what do you look at in terms of what it ultimately will be able to do for that community where it is right now, especially if you replace what's there now, which quite frankly is pretty ugly, with what we saw in the artist renderings?
So we have, I have this sheet with me, if that's okay. It's impact, and it just keeps in my mind what we're trying to do as far as the sustainability of a community, the sustainability of the arts, and what we all need. What do I need? I need health care, I need education. As a dancer, dancers need health care. As an adult, I need health care, and our children need health care. And so we wanted to partner with health care, affordable housing, education, small business, all these things that a community needs, in my opinion, to thrive. And that's why we're in the complete communities. This is going to help what we feel like is a complete community. And so we look for organizations who believe like we believe and who aren't afraid to jump high, and who's not afraid to work together collaboratively.
You know what, the name Edison on all of this, the Edison Lofts, the Edison Arts Foundation, has to be special to you. That's your maiden name, correct? Named after who?
My mother and father, Robert and Bertha, and they gave me that country name of Roberta. But yes, I give honor to my mother and my father.
This whole process going forward, what do you ultimately hope will this be over the years? Because this is obviously, this is something that's not just for now. This is for generations. It could very well be for generations, although we look at what was there, and once upon a time, what we see now in this artist rendering, this, what was there now, I don't know how good it looked, but at some point, it went into disrepair. What are your hopes in terms of going forward for the generations ahead and how this can ultimately evolve?
We want the generations ahead to believe and to have hope, to know that anything is possible with hard work and faith. Don't be afraid. And that, you know, Lauren Anderson, you showed the picture. We're so thankful that Lauren got it. She got it early. She's a part of our team. We have our Lauren Anderson master classes on every month. She got it, and so she allowed us to honor her. And I want the children and the families and the community to know that we are great and we produce greatness, and we want this greatness to continue. We don't want it to die. We want children to come behind us and see that we can do wonderful things and don't limit themselves. And you know, I talked about our capital campaign. We started with a $10 million capital campaign. We've raised $14 million of a $19 million project.
And now getting ready for the first annual holiday festival kickoff associated with the groundbreaking.
Yes, sir.
Saturday the 18th, correct?
Yes,
all
10
right,
to
we're
2.
going to put that information on our website. There's a lot that's going to be going on. You want to be there to be a part of all of this. This is something big, right?
Thank you, yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Charity Carter, for what you do. Appreciate it.